This week in reading, we will work on identifying and describing the setting, characters, and plot. This will help us to visualize the story events. Our target skill this week is story structure. The people who are in a story are characters. The setting of a story is where and when the story takes place, and the plot is what happens in the story. As you read Teacher's Pets and as I read it to you and you listen to the story, you're going to think about where the story takes place and who is in it. And you're going to think about that throughout the week because you will hear the story this week and next week. And you're going to think about what happens too. You can use a story map like the one below to tell the main parts of the story. And remember, story maps or graphic organizers, they're a great way for us to organize our information. Our anchor text this week is Teacher's Pets. The genre of Teacher's Pets is realistic fiction. Realistic fiction is a story that could really happen. As you read, look for characters who act like real people, a setting that could be a real place, and story events that could happen to you. Let's meet the author. Dale Ann Dodds. Dale Ann Dodds received a very special honor in 2007. Her book, Teacher's Pets, was read to hundreds of kids on the lawn of the White House during the annual Easter egg hunt. And let's meet the illustrator, Marilyn Hafner. Readers of Ladybug magazine know two characters created by Marilyn Hafner, Molly and her cat Emmett. For fun, Miss Hafner designs rubber stamps, usually with kids or animals on them. Teacher's Pets. And our essential question this week, how is a school like a community? And when I see the word community, it makes me think of our social studies. Monday was sharing day in Miss Fry's class. You may bring something special, said Miss Fry. May we share a pet? Winston asked. Yes, said Miss Fry, but just for the day. On Monday, Winston brought in his pet rooster. I call him Red. He eats corn and he crows. The neighbors say he crows too much. What a wonderful pet, said Miss Fry. We're happy he can visit us today. But that afternoon, after all the children had left, there was Red, still sitting on his roost near Miss Fry's desk. She sprinkled corn in Red's dish, then locked the door and went home to her quiet little house. On Tuesday, Winston told Miss Fry, the neighbors wonder if Red can stay at school for a while. Of course, said Miss Fry. How lucky for us. The next morning was Patrick's turn. My tarantula's name is Vincent. He likes to eat bugs and hide inside my mother's slippers. What a wonderful pet, said Miss Fry. Don't forget to take Vincent home with you at the end of the day. But that afternoon, after all the children had left, there was Vincent, still sitting in his jar on Miss Fry's desk. She gave Vincent a big, juicy bug, sprinkled corn on Red's dish, then locked the door and went home to her quiet little house. Are you noticing a pattern? On Tuesday, Patrick told Miss Fry, "My mother says Vincent likes her slippers too much. We're wondering if he can stay at school for a few days." "Of course," said Miss Fry. "How lucky for us." The next week, Roger brought in his cricket. "His name is Mo," said Roger. "He eats leaves from the garden and sings chirp, chirp all night long." "What a wonderful pet," said Miss Fry. That afternoon, after all the children had left, Miss Fry noticed Mo sitting in his box on the table. Miss Fry looked at Mo. He almost seemed to smile. "Welcome to our class, Mo." Right before her eyes, he did a huge somersault, up, up in the air. "Bravo!" said Miss Fry. She gave fresh green leaves to Mo and a big juicy bug to Vincent, sprinkled corn in Red's dish, and then locked the door and went home to her quiet little house. The next day, Roger said to Miss Fry, "My mother says Mo chirps too much." "He's welcome to visit as long as he likes," said Miss Fry. And so it went. Aaliyah shared her pet goat named Gladys. It said "bah" and ate her sister's homework. Amanda shared her pet dachshund. It liked to chew bones and the pillows on her Aunt Judy's new sofa. Jerry brought in his pet boa constrictor. It never made a sound. No one knew exactly what it liked to eat, but Jerry said his father's expensive tropical fish had suddenly disappeared one day. There was Megan's cat, Mitchell's mice, Daniel's ducks, and Tom's iguana. Frankie's frog, Lily's monkey, Terrence's turtle. And something square and fuzzy that Avery brought in. "It looks like a kitchen sponge," said Bruce. "A really old kitchen sponge." "It's my pet," said Avery, and that was that. Before long, Miss Fry's classroom was bursting with the happy noises of all the children's pets. See if you can notice all the different sounds and noises on the screens. Which animals do they belong to? On Parents' Night, the mothers and fathers walked around the classroom with great big smiles on their faces. "Isn't it great," they said, "that Miss Fry loves pets so?" Only Roger's cricket sat quietly in his box. "You must miss your garden," Miss Fry said. "Chirp," said Mo softly. He crawled under one of his shiny green leaves. On the last day of school, Miss Fry's class had a party with balloons, hats, and ice cream cups. "Goodbye, children," Miss Fry sang out. "Have a nice summer. And don't forget to take home your pets." One by one, the children disappeared, and with them went their pets. Do you think Miss Fry was sad to see the pets go or happy to see the pets go? "No more pets," said Miss Fry. She looked around the quiet, empty room. Then Miss Fry noticed a box sitting on her desk. She peeked inside. A little face looked up at her. It almost seemed to smile. A note inside read, "Dear Miss Fry, please take care of Mo. He likes you best. Roger." "How lucky for me," said Miss Fry. Mo did a huge somersault up in the air. Miss Fry carried her new pet to her quiet little house and placed him in the garden among the rainbow of roses. That night, Miss Fry opened her window. She climbed into bed. She turned off the lamp. By the light of the moon, from outside in the garden came a happy noise. Chirp, chirp. "Welcome home, Mo. What a wonderful pet you are." I have just read to you Teacher's Pets. And this is the story that we will use this week and next week to talk about story structure and realistic fiction. And we'll use this to help us fill in a story map and think about characters, settings, the plot. And we'll think about how there are problems and solutions from the beginning and ending of a story as well.